Hey everyone, due to some scheduling conflicts, I'm going to be interviewing myself for this game, so this may be one of the more awkward renditions of this bachelorette party game, but here goes nothing. Also, Mel and Molly and Ashley sent me about 60 questions, and I'm assuming no one wants to play this game for that long, so I've cut the list down to about 20, so I'll fly through these. So the warm-ups, what is your first memory of meeting Mare? We obviously met in third grade, but I don't really have a first memory of her until sixth grade when my best friend Zach told me that he was interested in pursuing her. And that's when I was like, oh, that's interesting. She's kind of cute. Maybe I'll throw my hat in the ring and pursue her too. We all know how that story ends. She picked Zach, but I think his pursuits were more genuine than mine, so I think that was good judgment on her part. Question 2, who is my celebrity hall pass? That's easy, Emily Ratajkowski. If Meredith gets that wrong, we have issues. Who is Mare's? Ryan Reynolds. Again, pretty straightforward. Does Meredith snore? If so, what is the closest animal sound that she makes? She's actually never snored until her recent medical procedure that I think all of you know about. But ever since, she sounds like, I don't know, like an 85-year-old with emphysema, just wheezing all night long. So it's been very pleasant for me. Question number 5, who said I love you first? She did. And it was actually pretty funny because it was entirely on accident. We were in the parking lot ahead of one of my basketball games saying bye to each other. And it just like came out. She just said, I love you. And then she got this horrified look on her face. And then just took off and ran away before I could say anything back. She was so horrified. So it wasn't until later that night after the game when I like addressed it and said, I love you too. So that's that story. It was very funny. What is Meredith's favorite late night snack? Domino's thin crust pizza with ranch dressing. That's another softball. What's the worst meal Mare has ever prepared for you, and did you eat it? Ooh, that's a tough one. Honestly, I think Meredith has made all of 5 meals for me since I've met her, which I don't have an issue with. I'd prefer just picking up food on the way home anyways. And all of the meals she made were pretty decent, so I actually don't have any complaints from that small of a data set. I don't really have an answer there. What's the one thing that you own that Meredith wishes you could get rid of? Definitely the Dallas Cowboys reindeer that I painted for a work offsite that she hates. I think it's in a closet. I used to have it hanging up in the guest bathroom, but she took it down. Where did you go on your first date? Actually Buffalo Wild Wings, but it was in 2007, so I promise Buffalo Wild Wings was actually kind of a cool and trendy place back then, so it wasn't as bad as it sounds. All right. Heating up. I think these were Molly's questions. So if Simone's in the room, I hope she leaves now. Who made the first move? It's been a really long time since the first move was made, but it had to have been me. I don't think Mare still holds such old-fashioned views, but at the time, I know she's felt very strongly that it was the guy's obligation to make the first move, so I can't imagine it was anyone other than me. When and where was your first kiss? It was on the upstairs couch at the Jeans household while we were binging on Prison Break. All right. Where did you first do it? So if Simone hasn't left the room now, she really needs to leave. But so the official act occurred in Meredith's bedroom in high school, but I do remember the warm-up started on a bench at a park near her house. And I don't remember why we were at that park, or it's honestly kind of weird in hindsight, but I do remember she was wearing white jeans, which was a pro move on her part. So yeah. Pretty standard other than the random bench in the park. Where's the wildest place y'all have had sex? Again, this is awkward if there are family members in the room. We did have sex one time on a lounge chair at a pool at a hotel. It was at night, but it was in high school and we were staying with our parents in the hotel rooms and didn't have any privacy. So we just went down poolside at night and had sex on one of the lounge chairs. So that was interesting. What is Mare's favorite part of your body and your favorite part of Mare's body? Oh, these are weird. Mare has a weird obsession with my ass. It honestly is weird. If I'm walking in front of her, she cannot help herself but to like reach out and grab it constantly. And then my answer for Mare, I think, is pretty self-explanatory to everyone in the room. Okay. Oh, this is a good one. Mare's had a few too many glasses of wine. How can you tell it's time for her to go home? Well, for anyone that was at our engagement party, it's very obvious when she pukes in the middle of the room at a bar in front of 40 people. So, but I guess if we want to do something that's a little bit more preemptive before everyone knows that it's definitely time for her to go home, I think you can just see it in her eyes. Maybe you guys saw it last night, but it's just, there's no life there when it's time for her to go home. And actually, if you just get on her photo share from our engagement party, look at the 100 pictures that were taken, and you can just see she's just like staring past everyone. So that's the clear sign. All right, the fire round for Molly. Oops, good thing you guys are married because you just found out you're pregnant. One of you did it on purpose. Who? I think that's highly unlikely for either one of us at this point. We can't even agree to get a dog, so I don't think we're ready to have a baby. But if I have to answer, I think I'd say me. I think I'm slightly more ready to be an adult parent than Meredith, but just slightly, so I guess I'd have to go with me. But I wouldn't do that. So since you guys have been dating forever, you've met a lot of Mare's friends. Who is the one friend that caused you the most concern, as in, oh my God, I can't believe this is Mare's friend, but definitely not in a good way, the first time you met him or her? That is a risky question, and I don't think I have a good answer to that. Well, I will say, ever since I heard the $7 blowjob story about Aaron Bentley, I'm really just concerned that Aaron is Meredith's only truly cool friend. So I think I'm concerned about all the rest of you guys, and Aaron's the cool one. That's my answer. Who is Mare most afraid of being at the wedding? As in, she's afraid they're gonna get too drunk and knock over the cake. Definitely her Aunt Ree. I feel like that woman says some wild and crazy things, so that has to be the answer. But I actually think Meredith's most scared about her dad's speech, so that's not the question, but I do think that's what she's most afraid of. Sleeper pick for number one hookup at the wedding. Does not necessarily have to be between the bridal and groom parties. Ooh. I'm gonna go with, how about Savannah and Sam Glazer rekindling the flame? I think that's something everyone would enjoy. Maybe not. I guess Savannah's current boyfriend's name's Sam, so that's a little weird, but. All right, what's your favorite moment of your relationship so far? Wow. That is an insanely hard question. We've been together for an insane amount of time. I'd probably say our engagement weekend, though. It just kind of felt like the culmination of a really long and incredible relationship we've had. And it was, I don't know, we were both just so purely happy having all of our friends and family members celebrate it with us. So yeah, I'd say our engagement weekend. There have been so many happy memories, but that was just such a blast having everyone there and us just, knowing we're getting married and all that stuff. And actually from that night, the moment Mare walked into the bar and just started like freaking out, crying, when she saw her friends from out of town there, that was one of the coolest moments ever. All right, last but not least, why are you most excited to marry Mare? I mean, there are honestly so many reasons. I really think we're perfect together. We've had an incredible relationship on and off for like 12 years now, and every day I spend with her, it's the best day of my life, and she's honestly the best. We're super compatible, and I can't imagine being with anyone else, and I'm super excited. I'm going to get to spend the rest of my life with her, and I know I'm really lucky, and as people at work would say, I'm out kicking my coverage. So yeah, I'm excited. So that's the end of this somewhat awkward interview with myself, but hope you guys have fun tonight.